What is up, everybody, and welcome to an extremely special edition of the DansGolfWorld Show. I am here live from Augusta National, and I've got the gentleman from the show back in the studio holding down the fort. Guys, I can't tell you how excited I am for the show right now, and I don't know. Are you guys feeling it? Am I beaming through the lens here or what?
There is something wrong with this picture here.
Oh, God.
Why are you at my home and I'm not with you? This is so not cool. There wasn't even a, hey, you want to go see your family and friends this week at Augusta? You would think that since I've been here for a year that I would have. But I would like to congratulate everyone except Dirtbag Dan.
Jesus.
This episode makes the
Wow.
DansGolfWorld Show a year old this week. Great times, not with you, Dan, but with Josh, Gary, and Rich.
He knows my name.
We are partying like it's 1999 in the studio this week.
I partied harder at 11 years old.
1999. Wow. What a, hey, Gary, who won the Masters in 99?
Oh, Tigers 97. I don't know.
Good. I was just checking.
Wow. I actually,
Wait, well,
there was half of me
speaking
that
of
I thought he was
Gizmo,
going to get it.
I do have some Gizmo food here. I know these are the treats that they usually feed him.
Moon pies.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Little mini moon pie. So Gizmo, I'll bring this back for you so you can be eating some of the snacks from your native land.
I think Gizmo needs to be a little bit nicer to you if you're bringing him back moon pies.
Well,
Jose
I
Maria
don't know.
Falbo.
I don't know if Gizmo can see me right now, but there's also something else I'm going to be bringing back. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I like him
That's
more
right.
already.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and look at this guy. Dude, he's got a sandwich in his hand.
He's gonna be
Let me
so
see if I can get it
pissed.
right up there for you guys.
Oh, that's great.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
got a nicer belt. He's got a polo hat on. Not this,
I love
And
the
he's got
food.
his folding chair.
Oh, nice. Oh, he's the
Oh.
spectator instead of the golfer.
He's the nicer version.
That's awesome.
Wow.
I hope that he has a home right here over on our desk in the future.
Yeah, that's he'll be like Gizmo and he will be
Yeah.
staring each other down.
The entire time.
How much money has Dan spent already? I'm going to say about $600.
All right, let's throw some numbers out there. All right, guys, go ahead. Gary's got 600. Where are you at, boys?
I'm over.
I'm at like
Thank you.
8. I'm at 800.
I mean, are we including housing and cars and all that stuff?
No, no.
Just merchandise.
Merchandise only from the official Augusta National Golf Store.
And is this the number that is only up until now? Because you know you're going back and spending
Just
more.
till now.
Just till now, there's no way to quantify how much could still be spent.
All right, I'm gonna go at $1,046.
Okay, Rich is not halfway there.
Oh,
Oh, my.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
like, wow.
He's going to
Yeah.
be getting calls.
Wow.
The bank
It
call you
it has
yet?
gotten. And here's here's what's wild. I went there Sunday and Monday only so far. So that was just 2 adventures.
How
Oh, my
much is that
goodness.
is going to be stolen valor?
Oh,
Well, I'm buying a lot of it to absolutely screw some people over and be like, hey, you've never been? Wear this so the internet can be mad at you.
did you see that Instagram post? It's like blowing up like crazy. The whole Stolen
dude.
Valor one.
People are going nuts.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I'm not going to say it's a split crowd, but it's a pretty divided crowd that we're seeing people that completely agree. And, with the Stolen Valor idea, and then other people who agree with this idea that, hey, I just like the Masters. I've never been drawn in the lottery. I'd love to go. I'm not like allowed to go. I would be happy to go. But
Right.
until then, I'm going to wear some nice green outfits.
Dan, I understand that we are going viral, but I think it's because of your damn earrings. And we all know
Yes.
the bigger the hoops, the bigger the... Oh, crap, I forgot. I have to be more respectful. It's Masters Week. But maybe if
Thank
I
you.
cause a ruckus and someone from Augusta National hears me, I might be able to get home. I
Never.
just can't get over these comments. Can we take a look at those? I just want to read more of Dan's earrings from 1985.
Oh man, can you see those, Dan?
Yes, please.
All right, so I'll read them off to you because I don't know if you can see them.
All right, Josh, be my eyes here. Let's jump into these comments. What do we got going?
All right, these hoops are insinuating stolen valor from a certain genre of
Ron Jeremy's
corn.
place where he used to
of
work.
corn.
Yeah.
And then
Wow. Nice.
if you're wearing pirate earrings and you're not a pirate, is it pirate stolen valor?
I like that one.
I feel like me and Johnny Depp kind of have a thing going here.
Yeah, I know.
So are we reading them down in order, or Josh, have you curated this list?
I curated this list. And then this last
I got it. Okay. I didn't know if that's all the comments were. That's the only ones you pulled.
Yeah, these are the ones I pulled. What about Buddy's
Okay.
earrings? Does he listen to Limp Bizkit or is it stolen new metal valor? And then I know you commented on
Is this
that
the one I
one.
replied to?
You replied to
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one
This is me.
saying I'm more of a smash mouth kind of guy.
Yeah, right. I mean, come on.
And now we have people are saying you're like Tim Dillon. Don't know who that guy is.
I've been getting that for years. He's like a commentator, podcaster dude. He rants a lot.
And then over
Well, that's
on
fitting.
over on the other social, my favorite one is I've never been to the Death Star, but I still wear a Star Wars shirt.
I think that sums up the stolen valor argument 100%. Like, I've never been to the Death Star, but I still wear a Star Wars shirt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that makes sense. If I'm going to root for the Bears and I'm wearing a Bears jersey, doesn't mean I'm the Bears team.
And then
I mean, that's a good point.
Yeah.
How do we draw this line? Like, well, you could wear like a college basketball team. You're rooting for the Jayhawks, but that doesn't mean maybe you're paying off student loans from there.
that is true. That is true.
know.
One of these ones I liked is my grandpa gave me his master shirt when he died from when he went in 1992, the year I was born. I wear it if I damn well please.
Yes.
Well, you know what? He just brought up a great point. I haven't even considered putting my master's gear in my will. That's a great point.
That's
I gotta
funny.
speak with my attorney.
Right.
And then the last one I'll read, this is actually funny. You could tell this guy has not watched any other clips from us or any episode of the show. By that logic, this guy is definitely a member of Panther National, right? Because you played Panther National, you had all the Panther National merch on.
There's no stolen valor there, but I was accused quite a few times.
Yeah.
People maybe didn't see that show, haven't seen the clip.
Well, I will say for anybody who does comment on that, welcome to the show. Newcomers in. That's always good.
Welcome.
Get new views. That's good.
I will say though, there's something very like validating and redeeming where people are like, yeah, was that Panther National stolen valor? No, I've played there.
I played there.
Thank you.
That is the best part. It's like you did actually play there. Josh fixing the cameras right now. Got a little technical difficulties going. Par for the show, right?
Yeah.
So Dan, all right, tell me a little bit about so far that you've been there. What's been the coolest thing that you've seen so far? I mean, today we're taping this on Wednesday morning, just right at noon. So what's like the coolest thing that you've seen so far?
Yeah, no.
Quite literally everything. And I mean, I kind of mean that. But it's just like from the moment you walk on property, like the shrubbery that lines the Washington Avenue is just beautiful. And like, I don't know, just perfect. You enter the gates and start coming in through media parking. There's so many staff. It's unbelievable. Like everywhere you go, like you're in the parking lot, there's like 19 people like waving you where to park. Or if you're, walking down, like you make your way through the ticketing and the gates, there's 10 people that their only job is to say, welcome to Augusta National. Like that's their whole job.
Like
they're
you're at Walmart?
Yeah. I mean, there's no stickers, which would be nice, but it's more staffed.
Right.
I mean, it's unbelievable. Here's something I found very interesting. Josh, I'll have to send you this picture so you can edit it into the show. And we're just going to keep going. We're going to barrel through while Josh is working on this stuff because we were on limited time. We're barreling right through. So there was a rain out Monday. It rained a ton Sunday night. They held the gates for an hour Monday morning, finally let the patrons in. And then about 3 hours later, another weather storm was moving through. They had to clear the course, kicked everybody out. Tons of rain, like inches, a ton. Tuesday morning, everything's back open just as usual. And I don't know, like most golf courses or yards or lawns, if it rains a ton the night before and then you have thousands of people go walk through that grass, it's going to be destroyed.
Yeah.
Just absolutely destroyed. Whoa, not here at Augusta National. 2 reasons. The first being they have the sub-air system, which is underground ventilation that blows heated or cooled air up to the surface to dry out the grass.
All 18?
It is not only on all of the greens, it is also on the most used walkways.
Wow.
No,
That's
it's
awesome.
not even just in the golf areas. They have these dryers for the walkway areas, and you can kind of hear them. There's just like this like light hum. And then as you kind of get closer to it, there'll be like looks like a drainage vent, like kind of even with the grass. And you can hear these just like fans running underground. I mean, it's way cool. The second reason, they sprinkle, and Josh, like I said, I'll have to send you this. I took some pictures of it. This like gravelly, sandy particulate up and down the wettest areas that is painted green. So you don't see it, but you can kind of feel the crunchiness under your feet. So not only are they drying it from underneath, but they're also putting down this like stone, pebble, green shaded particulate. So that way mud is not churning up. Everything stays green. There is no muddy walkway areas anywhere after getting an 1.5 inches of rain.
That's crazy. Does that like particulate, is it like absorbing stuff or is it just more like a gravel hard?
I think it's like a gravel hard, but I don't know. Like, I don't know what's blended in with it. It's got to be proprietary. I have no idea. But it somehow stops like from shoes, like churning up the dirt and creating like those brown mudslides of like heavy traffic. It just stays nice and green. I don't know.
So the
I have no
complete
idea.
opposite of the waste management, huh?
It's the complete opposite. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
That's funny.
Well,
Yeah.
What's funny about that, Gary, is like everything in the Masters is the complete opposite of the waste
Yeah, oh my
management. Like, there's nothing that is like it.
Quite literally everything.
You can't say fan at the Masters.
I got the vocab here.
Right? Oh, yeah. What is it?
Oh,
So,
really?
A little bit of Masters vocab. Go
ahead, Josh.
You don't say fan or spectator. You say patron.
Do you know why you don't say fan?
No.
Because fan is short for fanatic,
Yes.
and the people aren't fanatics that are out there.
Nice. I like that.
There you go.
Now that you said, I do remember that. Okay, instead of front 9 and back 9, it's first and second 9.
Hmm.
So it's not front 9, not back 9, first and second 9.
And that also stems because the back 9 is supposed to be the harder half or things like that. And they say that the front 9 and the first 9 and the second 9, they're both just equally as important as each other.
Yep.
And they don't want one to be more important than
I'm
the
on
other.
my 10th 9 when I play
And then
golf.
the final one, instead of the rough, you have your first cut
And your second cut.
and your second cut. Yeah.
Which I was watching last night, like I was going to sleep and they had like just talking about the Masters because it hasn't really started yet at all, right? So it was just like the 3 guys just talking Masters the entire time. They were saying it's actually interesting with the Masters, because there's not a rough, if you will, it's just the first cut, second cut. If you miss the fairway, it's actually not that big of a penalty except for a couple of holes. So they're talking, I think it's I want to say it was like hole 2 and maybe 9 or something, 9 or 10. They have it's a 0.5 to 0.6 stroke gain if you miss the fairway. All the rest are in like the 0.2s, 0.3s.
Yeah, that's rough because that's rough.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I think the most magical part about that is there's no cart paths. So there's no paved strips of gravel or pavement cutting through all the open areas. So when you look out, the grass just is never ending. It just all flows together like one smooth piece. It's incredible. Like to me, the first time I was out here, I was like, why does this look so special? Like, what is this? What am I seeing that makes this different? And someone was like, there's no cart paths. I'm like, that's it. You're just so not used to seeing the fairways connect into the second cuts, back into fairways, and keep going just for many, many holes. It's unbelievable.
Do you know if during not Masters time and when big tournaments are, do they allow golf carts like for the members?
You know, I don't think so. I think
only.
it's just like caddies only all the time, I think. But I was out here Sunday after the drive chip putt. They cleared all of the patrons out, and I was still just kind of cruising around and getting some pictures and, you know, just soaking it all up, you know. And they were doing a ton of like work preparing now for the Monday practice round, getting all the drive chip putt stuff moved out. And there were tons of like utility carts and things like everywhere. I mean, tons. I mean, the amount of people that just like come in and take over and start changing everything. So it's not that wheeled vehicles can't go out there. It just doesn't seem like it does for golfers, which again, I hope I am one of those Monday.
How was that the drive chip putt? Was that a cool experience, or what was that like?
It is actually really, really cool. One of the more interesting parts about it that I learned while I was here is the entire thing is completely free for the kids and one of their guardians if they make it. Not just like the fee to qualify, not just the fee to like enter, all expenses paid trip to Augusta National if you make it into the drive chip putt challenge.
You guys know that the drive, chip, and putt was first started with us gnomes at Augusta National. There were no cameras, no patrons, just one single Augusta National employee. She was really pretty too.
Of course
She reminded me of Julie Bowen when she was in Happy Gilmore. Anyways, they saw how much draw this would be for a youth golfer, because, I mean, look at me. I'm built like a 2-hour-old baby. I mean, Dan's newborn is bigger than me already. But when the youth golfers came into play, we gnomes were excluded from the event ever since. It's a shame. I won that thing 5 times.
We're laughing at you, Gizmo.
Good for you, Gizmo.
Dan's breaking into a sandwich while you're talking.
Pimento and
Zero
cheese.
respect.
Yeah. Zero respect for him. And I don't have to because I'm here and he's not. Oh, yeah. I grabbed myself a nice little pimento cheese sandwich here.
So
Even that packaging looks great.
what is this? Cheese with what?
It is like a cheese blend. There's like cheese with like a creaminess sauce. Let me see if I can give you a little reveal here.
Nice.
Oh.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah, it's actually really good. But the real jam someone told me about that I had to give a try is you get the barbecue beef
With the,
and you put that on top of the pimento cheese sandwich. So you've got like the warm barbecue pork. Yeah, barbecue pork, not beef. Barbecue pork on the pimento cheese, whatever. Yeah, it's a great time. I'm going to tell you that right now. It is an absolute great time.
So when you combine both of those, what is that now, a $3 sandwich?
Grand total.
Great, right?
It's still a quarter of a price of a
It's
Subway sub.
insane.
You know, it's funny. Like when you're at home, like, I don't know, for me, like I save anything Masters, even like the tag on a hat. I'm like, well, it's got the Masters logo. But then you get here and everything's got the Masters logo. And you just don't care. You're like, I don't got to save this. You don't
Wiping
get
your
like 30
face
more.
on the Masters logo over there.
Yeah. What a great time. Doesn't matter.
So,
You know,
oh, that's awesome.
it's on everything.
You've got to somehow bring a couple of those waters back for the showroom, like for sure.
Now see if I can smuggle them through TSA.
Right. Hey, so we talked a little bit about the weather and the drying and all that kind of stuff. Have you had a chance to, because you said that there's somebody that does the research there with the
Yes.
Okay. Have you had a chance to talk to them and ask them about the trees? How many trees are gone? How many trees they replaced? Have you had that chance yet?
Yeah. So what it is, there's not an official number that's been released.
Okay.
So there was no, I don't know, for whatever reason, they're not putting out an exact number. So we have actually something slightly better. and it's called speculation. And, which I tend to prefer to go by. You know what I mean?
So what's your speculation then?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So
Yeah.
I've heard from several people that the number is close to 1,300 trees.
Wait, are we like, is that like a realistic speculation or
Yes.
is this, yeah?
Yes. So much so that some of the locals said it was days and days of logging trucks coming out of the Augusta National property.
Wow.
And it has completely changed the visual eye lines on several holes. Like,
That's crazy.
so for example, when you're up on at the sort of the top of the hill, there's the clubhouse, the first tee, and the 10th tee. They're sort of all up at the top of the clubhouse, right in front of the Eisenhower house. And it used to be when you were looking down 10, it was this big swooping left side dog leg, kind of the Bubba Watson hole or whatever, if you will. And it was just like a wall of trees. It created this like tunnel down. There's so many trees missing now that it's not a tunnel. You can actually see the neighboring golf course, which you've never been able to see from the top of the hill.
Wow.
See another golf course.
That's crazy.
What golf course is that?
It is the Augusta Country Club.
Is that the one that they've actually bought extra property to extend the one hole out to make it longer and longer?
I don't know. They've got a lot of things going. They have another one, a municipal course in town called the Patch, and Tiger Woods is teaming up to design a short course, and they're going to come up with a name for it and a whole thing. That it's a muni, and it wraps around the private jet airport that all these guys fly into. Total time
that's
saver.
cool.
Then there's also an old school, like a school that is not being used anymore, that the Tiger Woods Foundation and his organizations, along with Augusta National, they're creating a Tiger Woods or TGR learning center here in Augusta.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, they're doing a ton.
That's
Guys taking
really
over the
cool.
town.
Oh, wait, Dan, hold on just a second. I'm actually just getting in here. The bunker report. He's actually tuning in right now, and he's got something for us.
All right, go ahead, Blake.
Hey, golf friends. Blake Bunkers, Masters Edition Bunker Report coming at you. 2 topics to hit. We're going to hit them, and we're going to hit them quick because you guys got more Masters coverage to get to. Live on the range, probably coming up. It is must-see TV, let's be honest. Nothing else matters. I don't care what is on and what is happening. Masters takes above all. So hopefully no one had any weddings scheduled or childbirths or anything important because they're down a peg or 2 or multiple. Okay. Not 2 is a multiple, but you get the drift. Anyway, let's be concise here. 2 things. Cancellation, the weather cancellation on Monday. Had a quick little question and query. I'm not really sure what happens. What if you bought your tickets from the stubby of the hubby and you aren't the official email holder of those said tickets? So when they go around to submitting tickets for next year's Monday practice round for you to purchase, if you bought them secondhand, it's not going to be associated with your email address. So therefore it's going to go to the original person. So you have to loop back around with that person and then keep in touch for a year and then hope that they honor giving you those tickets for next year. That, I don't know, that's got to be a mess. I don't even want to know. So feel bad for anybody, especially those out-of-towners that flew in, had hotel accommodations, only had a Monday, and it was a complete washout. Hopefully they at least got in and spent a couple grand at the merch shop there. But, my heart goes out to y'all because I saw that weather radar coming through there. First of all, I was thinking, how wet would the bunkers be after that rainstorm? And man, think about that grounds crew fluffing up all that white, delicious sand. Anyway, got me a little excited, if I'm being honest. Speaking of getting excited, Dan, we're going to have to put a hard stop on you sharing the food content down at Augusta, because I had cold cereal for lunch today, my man. Multigrain Cheerios, so not all half bad, but I saw what you posted of the pimento and cheese. Pimento and cheese? I don't know. I've never had one before, so I don't even know. It looks delicious. Pimento and cheese mixed with the barbecue sandwich. I don't know what we're going to call it. I know that was the question that you posed. Maybe everyone else in the comments knows what they would call it, but we need to just go ahead and stop posting the food content because it's ridiculous. And to add insult to injury, I went online to Taste of the Masters to go ahead and pop for $150 to get the food delivered here to Bunker's headquarters. Sold out. Sold out. So no tickets to the Masters, no Taste of the Masters. You snooze, you lose. I don't know who else went on the website today and checked it out and got politely declined with the old sold out on all of them. But hey, I'm with you guys. Got to get up on this stuff earlier. You just miss out. So, hey, I'm with you. I'm the people's man here representing for all the non-patrons. Let's be non-patrons together, okay? And here's my thing to you guys I just thought about. I'm not coming to the Masters. I'm not coming to the Masters until one of two things happens. One, I get a personal invite from George Augusta himself, okay? Or two, Charlie Woods is playing in the Masters. So, Charlie Woods, shout out to you, my man. You get into the Masters, that's the year I'm coming. I don't care when it is, but I'm holding out, okay? Unless I get a personal invite or Charlie Woods is playing in the Masters. That's when I will be there. So, until then, golf friends, happy Masters watching. I'm going to be glued, absolutely glued, and I hope you will be too. Dan and friends, back to you guys. Another Bunkers Report. See you next week.
Let's all give Blake a round of applause.
Hey.
Bunker Report, guys. All right.
That was my favorite one.
That's so good.
He's always bringing it, coming in hard. You know what I mean? Blake always comes in hard.
I'll tell you something. If you do try to take some sand from Augusta National,
Oh my God.
you're going to be looking at a $200,000 fine there.
Is that what it is? 200 grand?
There's a guy that tried to do it, and now he's paying it said right around $200K in legal fees.
That's
Wow.
What if he was so rich that it didn't matter to him and he just like.
Well, Dan already
worth it?
spent half of it at the merch store.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, I'm 10% the way there at this point. I should just take a scoop.
20 grand into it.
They should just throw it in there. That should be something in the merch store. They should have little vial bottles of sand. I bet you that stuff would sell.
I agree.
Someone said that it is rumored that they are discontinuing the gnome after this year. Now, there's been no official statement. And again, my favorite source, speculation, but somebody said that. And I don't know why. I don't know what would cause them to say that. It's very hurtful. Why would they do that?
I hope not. I wonder how many years they've been running the gnome.
Only since like 2016.
All right. That's still a good run. All right. So media day, you had on, what was it, Tuesday, right? Was media day?
Oh, yeah. All the press conferences.
Yeah. So how did that go with the whole press conferences? I heard a couple of your really awesome questions and stuff like that. What from your perspective, what was that like?
Well, it was a busy day for me. So I didn't attend as many as I'd wanted to. I didn't make, Colin Morikawa. There was a ton of them, but I did catch a few that I did not want to miss. And of those were Bryson DeChambeau and then Scottie Scheffler. And they were sort of the last two of the day. So sort of like, the headliners of the show, if you will. And it was great. I was like, I gotta say something to Bryson. We go way back. I'm not going to miss the chance. And so, of course, like always, and the thing that blows my mind, and you can hear it when you listen, like the moderator calls you out by name. Still don't know how they do that. I've never met the guy, but they like know everyone in the room's name. I think there's some system. I don't know. And he was like, all right, we'll go to you, Dan. Bryson looks over, big smile on his face. And he was like, troublemaker. I was like, nice.
I'm like,
yeah,
that's awesome.
I didn't throw a big zinger to him. I was actually more setting up like a continuation of what we had before. I was like, hey, could you shed light on anything you're maybe experimenting with? Like, do you have anything in the equipment side, fitness side, diet, exercise, like anything? I don't know. Do you have anything that you could tell us? And he kind of just reiterated a point that he's really trying to work on these driver heads. I was hoping I went for something there, but Scottie really nailed it there. When that came around, and I have no idea, like I pre-wrote out my question, like, cause I just wanted it to be right. And I never do this. Like, I don't feel like you open the press conference with comedy. Like, I feel like you're more like comedy relief. So something has to happen to relieve it. Like, you can't have comedy relief to start. Nah, I went first.
I went first.
Yeah.
And they just like, how did you be the first question to ask? Like,
I just shot my hand straight up for some reason. And I was sitting like stage middle.
yeah.
And I was like enough rows up where I was almost more like eye level because it's kind of stadium seating for the press.
Straight up.
And so for that one, I was like, Scottie, I was like, obviously the highlight of your Champions Dinner menu is raviolis. I'm like, but I'm just curious, are you guys going to have any kind of like make your own ravioli station, or are you going to be sharing any tips on how to make raviolis? And it was great. Everybody laughed. He laughs. He gave a great answer. Scottie plays along. That's what I appreciate. Scottie always plays along.
Yeah.
Just like Bryson. You got to read the room. Like if he's coming off a bad round, I'm not going to do it. But if he's just, like this, it's practice Tuesday before the Masters. He's in great spirits. Yeah, it was perfect. Scottie's always great. I love him. I'm not saying I love him. I'm not trying to be weird. I love interviewing him. Okay, everybody calm down. Shut up.
You love him so much.
I love how like you had a plan to be comedic relief and like, all right, my plan is that. So I'm going to let a couple questions go. All right. And any questions, boom, hand up. It's like, oh man, I went too fast.
But here's what's really funny about it is, so that airs on Golf Channel like multiple times.
Yeah. I watched it.
And I've gotten more texts in the last day where people are like, dude, heard your question,
voice
Scottie.
is so distinctive too.
I haven't seen the Bryson one aired yet. Has anybody said that that's aired or?
No, I've only gotten text from the Scottie one, but I think also because it was like the first question. So you haven't gotten bored of all these like press questions. You can change the channel.
Well, and they were also the Golf Channel. They cut that question out only. Like it wasn't like in the play of all the questions. They cut that specific question out and played it doing their like their repeat or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. So
my question was cut out.
Yeah. Like your specific question. Yeah. It was pretty cool.
They made their own clip.
Yeah, they made their own clip of it. Like when the three guys were talking the entire time, it was like 3 or 4 guys talking. And when they were like transitioning in and out of something, they played your question to Scottie.
No way.
Yeah. So that's probably why you're hitting up so much. But all right, so,
I guess so.
So question for you. We got a lot of different storylines and stuff for the Masters as far as, Scottie, Rory, some emerging contenders with like Ludwig and Colin Morikawa, stuff like that. Have you gotten any insight on that? Do you have any talking points you want to talk about?
Well, I got some interesting news in the last 24 hours.
Go on.
That I'm going to be doing potentially if all things work out. And you know me, guys, I love saying stuff I'm not supposed to. I'm going to get in trouble for all this one day. But I think tonight I'm filming something involving Mercedes and one of their players.
Ooh. One of Mercedes' big players?
Mr. Ludwig Aubert.
Oh, let's go.
Yes. I think if all goes well, all happens, I'm going to be doing that tonight. So I'm instantly now wholeheartedly pulling for him for the entire Masters.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
You just shot him down to the loser end so quick.
Yeah, he's not even making the cut. What do they do?
Way to go, dude.
Hey,
I feel so bad.
Do we want to get into that real quick? Because you have third pick. So
all right. Well, yeah. All right. Let's come back. Valero, because how did we get to third pick? Let Josh run us through the outcome of our picks last week.
All right.
Please do.
I feel like we did pretty bad.
We did really bad compared to last week. So
you guys.
Last week we did amazing, or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was. Yeah.
I came in fourth with Tom Kim. Didn't even make in the cut. He was +4.
Didn't make the cut.
Dan took third with Tommy Fleetwood.
And Tommy Fleetwood, when you picked him, he was like second or third overall, like favored.
Well, he's tied 62 with +8. And then Rich tried to be slick with Tony Finau.
How am I being slick? Because I'm good?
You looked at the scores.
I know. I gave Dan Tommy
He
Fleetwood.
looked at the
Tommy
scores.
Fleetwood was rated higher than Finau.
It's okay.
You rationalize it however you like.
Tony Finau placed
Just
tied.
because the Mud Dogs are cheated doesn't mean the real.
He tied 56 with +5, and then Gary won with Keith Mitchell with a T12 finish with -3. But Brian Harmon did win the event with a -9.
I love that Dan doesn't care at all. He's just eating his pimento and
Yeah,
cheese.
I looked
sandwich
over.
Yeah.
It's like,
I did so bad.
I hope you choke.
all
Well,
right,
congratulations, Gary. This is your first win, right?
Yes, sir.
nice
With
job.
a weird pick,
Congratulations.
too.
Nice job with a T12 win too. So there we go. It was
All
it
right.
was
Well,
definitely
so
not a
should we
one.
transition right into our Masters picks?
I
Yes,
agree.
let's go.
Yep.
So
All right.
Josh has got the first pick
Why does Josh
Lead us
get the
off,
first
Josh.
if he lost?
It always
'cause it goes
fourth.
reverse order.
It goes reverse order.
Oh.
So he threw his question last year, so he could pick first.
I
for
did
the
not
Masters.
throw it. I actually did not look at the
Threw the
scores.
shit out of
I
it.
did not look at the scores, dog.
Threw it like
Fine.
Just that bad.
Randy
So-
Johnson.
I have I've been thinking about this for a while, and I really think that he's gonna do it this year. Is Brooks Koepka?
Ooh.
So Brooks
all right.
Koepka is
Really?
my pick. Yes.
Brooks Koepka
Wow.
right now is a +3,000. So he's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 overall.
I want Brooks to win.
8, 9.
All right.
Actually, 11 overall. Sorry. So Brooks Koepka. All right. So we got Brooks Koepka. So then we got Dan. You got the next pick.
I can't believe I'm blanking on his name, and I can't pull up my phone right now.
Blood.
What is the guy's name who it's his first Masters back from being in jail?
Oh, what is his name?
Gary, go.
I don't know.
Oh wow.
You're the one with the phone on you. Look it up.
Well, we all have, and you have.
What is his
computers, we all
name?
have computers. Didn't he just win the champions?
Yeah, he just won. Yeah. So I have a bet right now in my DraftKings app that is he will make the cut.
And
Angel Cabrera.
Angel Cabrera.
Yes. Okay.
God,
So
I
he's
just
not my
butchered
pick for the
that.
Masters, but I did place a $10 bet. I think it was paying like +220 or +240. I don't know. For him to make the cut. I'm rooting for him all of a sudden.
Nice. I can see him doing that. He's a good player.
I'm looking. I
Yeah.
can't find him.
Didn't he
on
like
here.
beat his wife? What do you do?
Yeah, pretty bad.
Oh my God.
Yeah, pretty bad. Jesus,
It's crazy.
what's going on?
All right.
Dude, this is no joke. Okay. These aren't my words, I swear. But I heard some kids out there because he was out practicing and they're like, hey, on Thursday, we should scream, she should have listened after he hits. I was like, no, my God. Like, that's insane. Like instead of screaming like mashed potatoes or whatever.
Wait, did you make a pick?
No, I didn't. I'm taking Ludwig. I
Okay,
want Ludwig
Ludwig.
all day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You picked Ludwig on
picked
tournament.
him
That's
yesterday.
acceptable. That's acceptable.
Yeah, I picked him yesterday.
So all right, since Scottie is open, I'm taking
You
Scottie.
son of a.
But in my heart, I'm gonna be rooting for Bryson the entire time.
Ooh.
That's
You've been
really
on the
where I'm at.
Bryson bandwagon this whole month, and
Hell
you're
yeah.
not picking Bryson?
I'm telling you, like I
Stealing
want to.
mine.
I think Scottie has a better chance of. I mean,
Good. He ruined Scotty's chances. I'm picking Bryson.
Real quick, this
I don't blame you.
white chocolate Georgia pecan cookie is phenomenal.
How much is that?
Oh,
Like $1, ain't it?
they're free in the media center. I don't know.
The best. Did you see the side eye?
He
you
was
gave
so
Dad?
happy
They're
that
free in the
Josh
media
asked
center.
him that shit.
Mm.
When we went to
so glad you brought
TGL, it was so fun because you could get like any type of ice cream you wanted anytime. It was an awesome time.
Oh, that's so good. That's
So
good.
we got Brooks, Oberg, Scheffler, and then DeChambeau.
Absolutely.
How do you guys think Rory's going to do this week?
He's gonna be up there within the
Third.
Third?
Yeah, but he's gonna be
Third.
leading.
I don't know why, but I agree with that like so wholeheartedly.
Yeah, right.
Dan, I agree with that, but I feel like he's gonna be leading going into the.
I literally
into the
said
final
third
day.
when he asked that question. That's funny.
I don't think Rory takes the lead ever. I think I like your third, but I don't think he's ever like he may be T1, but he will not be just one.
Never a solo first,
Yeah.
not for a moment.
Well, how about John Rahm?
I think he is either going to be second or 48th.
He's gonna be 7th.
48th.
So
That's right.
I've been reading
closer to that.
I've been reading a lot of people are on Morikawa this weekend.
Yes, I think so. Let's see. Morikawa, he's sitting. Where is he at?
I was almost going to put a $5 bet on him.
He's 4th overall in the betting pool right now. But I do like Morikawa. He's been playing really well lately. I think he's come. I think he's good. DeChambeau, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th overall.
I hope he wins because he's still Scottie for me.
Well, Scottie's ranked number 1. He's still like.
It's a good choice.
I mean, people compare him to Tiger.
People are stupid.
I think he's better. Gary, you can't touch me.
I hope he's
I'm at the
so got
Masters.
your pecan walnut bullshit cookie, you son of a bitch. I love you.
Oh man.
I hope you don't.
Sorry, Gare.
So speaking of Rahm and a couple of the guys that were from LIV, and this is gonna pull off the Masters for a quick second, but did you guys have a chance to watch the LIV duels?
I did.
Yeah.
I really liked how they did it too. Dan, did you?
Not yet.
You didn't watch it?
I haven't seen it.
So-
No. I started traveling Saturday, and then since then, yeah.
So it was shot or it was put on Grant Horvat's YouTube channel. It wasn't on
That
LIV.
blows my mind.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and everyone was in golf carts. Do you know what it reminded me of? Do you know when Good does their majors and they have two I call it just 2 different tee times? They have 2 squads.
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of.
Oh.
I mean, it was definitely a little bigger than that.
Yeah.
Just because the amount of players that were playing, also the amount of people that were kind of like following them around, the sports guys and stuff like that. I think really when I watched it, I think there's a lot of room for improvement. But I took it like the TGL, like week 1 TGL, right? We're all excited for it. It has some very good bones to be really good. And I think if they do it a few more times, I think they can really grow it into something spectacular.
Oh, yeah.
Just like the end of TGL, where TGL started off
TGL
and
is
was like
awesome.
that, but by the end was just absolutely rocking.
I knew LIV was going to throw something out of left field, though.
Which, by the way, I do have to think, I'm assuming, Dan, or it's the something present fairy. When I walked into the studio today, on my chair, I had a brand new TGL sweatshirt hoodie. Oh, yeah. Pretty stoked about that.
Yeah.
That was our new gnome. He kind of sprinkled some fairy dust in there. He's very nice, much more kind. You see he's quiet. I think he's going to fit in very well around the studio.
I agree.
I could see Gizmo right now. He looks pissed.
Pissed.
I'm excited to have the two of
doing,
them like
buddy?
staring at each other back and forth.
He just seems so much nicer. I do like the quiet.
Yeah, it's really nice.
He looks like Mick Foley.
Mick Foley?
Yeah, the WWE
What is
wrestler.
that?
Mankind. It's a
Man
reference
cow?
you won't get.
Man cow? Close, but a little
He
different.
used to shove his
A little
fingers
different.
down guys' throats with a sock on.
Yep.
So Dan, today being Wednesday, what are the big events that are going on there today?
So tonight this afternoon, we've got the par 3 challenge or the par 3 course. It's an optional round. Doesn't matter. They do award a winner. Though some of the players come out and like let their kids like putt and chip and stuff like that. But it's fun because directly next to the 18 holes of Augusta National, I mean, like in the same grounds, it's all connected, but there's just this wildly beautiful par 3 course, like unbelievably beautiful. I mean, the undulation of the areas, the
We're getting that
water,
counter
the
going.
flowers. And it's fun because like the players, it's just like, I don't know. It's just like it's almost like we're all at a family picnic and there's like a fun game going on that like everybody's sitting around watching and like cheering for your, cousin Alfie.
Is that the same? Oh, sorry, Dan, but is that the same event where they're doing the skipping?
No, generally the skipping happens. That is on the main course. I think it's like hole 16 or something. I can't remember. But it's a par 3 over water and then they go down to the edge and skip it and the whole thing. But no, that's That is main course material.
Okay, I didn't know if that was the same thing.
I've seen some clips of that in the past where I didn't know that was today, that where the kids come out and play and stuff like that. That's just so adorable. Like, see these little 5-year-olds running around and hitting balls and stuff.
And
like
everybody
a lot of
gets
the
hole-in-ones there like all the time.
A lot of the golfer moms dress up the kids like in like little caddy outfits and like the little white jumpers and stuff. It's fun. And like the players are, you're a lot more like up close to them. I mean, I don't know, because where the ropes are, it's a littler course, and you can kind of just be right up there with them. It's cool. Yeah. So that's today. Tonight, I do think I don't know. I might be going to I got an invite or two. I'll bring a camera. You know me. I love spilling the tea. But I got invited to a couple things. If it pans out, I'll bring back some. I'll report back on it. The other thing, last night we did a Sports Illustrated team dinner at this place called T-Bones, and T-Bones is legendary in Augusta. And it used to be like the go-to hangout for all of the writers that come to town to report on the Masters. Then some players started finding out and going, because back in the day, they were a lot more friendly with the writers. It was a whole thing. And then about, give or take, 18 or 20 years ago, Sports Illustrated, one of the writers did like a 6-page spread on the hidden gem of Augusta called T-Bones. And he ruined it, because now there has been a line wrapped around the building ever since. But the great thing is they have much appreciation for the SI gang, and they had a table for 8 waiting for us. But it's just fun. It's just like a legendary stop. If you're ever in town, you got to go.
What did you get?
It was the menu decided for me. Under the steaks, they had something called the Master's Cut.
Oh yeah.
I didn't care what it was. I'll have that.
What was it? Do you know?
It turned out to be prime rib, and it was delicious.
Nice.
Never had prime rib.
What?
Yeah.
All right. So next question I have for you is: have you? Go ahead.
We're down to our last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So, because I have this room reserved that we're using, and I don't have all day in here. So I would say, whatever we got left, make it your best.
Let's go.
I was just gonna say, have you had a chance to look at the Masters app and all of the live shots for all of their stuff yet?
A little bit, kind of. So at our workstation in the media center, everybody has their own marked desk space. They call it the arena. It's like stadium style desks. If you look online, we're not supposed to take pictures in there, but there are pictures online. You can see them. And we have these 2 touchscreen TVs at our desks. And in there you can go to every camera angle, all the stats, but then you can go in there and get like historical information. And you can then also, like on one TV, I can create my own feed. So I can say I want like ESPN, CBS, Golf Channel, and Cartoon Network. You know, you get bored.
Is it really have Cartoon Network?
No.
Cartoon Network isn't even a thing anymore.
So I haven't, because here, like, cell phone use is so limited. You can use your phone in the media center. You can't take it out of the building. So I haven't been like doing much on my phone. I've been using like their built-in screens because it's fun. So yeah, I have been a little bit into this new tech, but tell me from the app side, is it pretty cool?
Oh, it's really cool. So like you can literally go on the app and you can see when they're in the practice range or the warm-up range, whatever you want to call it, the driving range. You can see every shot they're hitting, where it's landing, and and then you can also see numbers. Because some of the guys, they're pretty dialed. They're hitting, maybe 50 to 100 shots. While other guys, there was somebody that hit 420 shots the other day.
Oh my
Bryson.
God.
Like,
Bryson
right?
did.
Yeah.
They said that in the media center. They're like, Bryson, do you know that you've hit more balls than anyone? And then someone was like, wait, is that going to be like a new data point? And we're going to look and see that we're going to take balls hit versus like score. And maybe it's not across the board with every player, but we know like when this guy's hitting more balls, he's not going to play well, or he will play well. That's going to change everything.
That data point's going to all the sports bettors are going to live and die on those stats. So, okay. Just finishing up anything. Do you have anything for us? Anything you're really looking forward to, or just how do you want to wrap this up?
Well, here's what I'll tell you. I had a big surprise for you guys, and it got ruined. So I'll tell you about it, and we're going to do it next week. But I've been teasing this for weeks. Like, we got something super special for this week. I ordered the Masters catering package for all of you guys back there. So as I'm eating pimento chi, you guys were going to be eating pimento chi. Here's the problem. It was supposed to arrive yesterday. It then was moved to today, and then it was delayed. So it's not arriving till this afternoon. So shortly after the show, we're going to be getting all of the goods, but it'll last till next week. I looked, it like comes frozen and whatever. So that will be for next week. When I'm back, we'll indulge together and we can discuss and do sort of a food review of sorts of the entire Masters catering menu, which is supposed to be the very same food that I'm eating here right now at the hallowed grounds of Augusta National.
That's
Sweet.
absolutely awesome. Very cool.
That'll be
very
fun.
cool.
It'll be a
Yep.
good time.
Hey, do me a favor. Get a really cool shot from not from your phone, from your camera, your media camera that you're allowed to take out there, of Amen Corner and just some stuff like that, because I want to put that in my on my computer background.
Beautiful.
All
Have
All right,
fun.
guys.
We love you. Be safe.
If you guys want anything, text me your
Oh,
sizes.
I'm about to text you some shit.
I'm a
Gary, I
large.
changed my number, but Josh and Rich, go ahead.
Anything large, sweatshirts, mediums.
Oh, just
Fair
text
enough.
him like he said.
All right, boys.
Bye, buddy.
Well, hopefully you guys, as you're tuning in this week, this weekend of the Masters, you'll see me in the background grinning ear to ear at some point,
I love
because
it.
that
I
will be
love
me.
it. All right, Dan, you have a great week.
All right, boys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will catch you right back here on the Dan Golf World Show.